Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Morning class, all right? Totally normal, not recorded class session. All right, so what we're working on today is in your Google Classroom under our final project, all right? Last week of school. That's exciting times. If you guys go ahead and look in there, you'll see the rubric that I have attached for your final project. Guess he's taking Frank on a trip. Come on, you're supposed to be my director. All right.
What?
No. All right. So, when is this project due?
May 23rd.
All right.
And I really need to get
I was
up.
afraid some of y'all might be a little colorblind there for a little bit. All right. Yes, the way this is supposed to be utilized is we're covering all three regions that we've covered in Southwest Asia, Southeast Asia, and Africa. You're gonna pick 3 topics per region for a total of 9 total topics covered. What I mean by that is, let's say you pick geography for Southwest Asia. You're gonna go down and talk about the different areas and the different important parts of it, like the Red Sea, I don't know, the Tigris, Euphrates rivers. Go down there and really dive down deep and talk about each of those different parts, right? Each of these different little bullet points will probably be its own slide, right? You guys know what right looks like, you guys know what right doesn't look like, but I will provide an exemplar in a little bit of a former student's work, and you guys can tell me, yay or nay, what you guys think about it, all right? At this time, are there any questions for said assignment? Yes, Evan?
Since we haven't with Southwest Asia, and that was a long time ago, that unit, where can we find a good resource to find that information?
Great question, Evan. That's why you're my favorite. All right. I'm just joshing. All right. So, as you can see in Google Classroom, it's all organized based off weeks. So we go all the way back in our time machine to week 1, which seems like a lifetime ago. Here it is, all right? Now, for the most part, Mr. Mayfield did a good job of labeling each assignment in parentheses if it covers that particular topic. Not always, but for the most part. And here, you can go back through and utilize the different little, what's that little scroll? Trying to make, there it goes, all right. So, for example, right here is Euphrates River. Now, you can use the internet as a resource, but instead of searching the entire internet, you guys can go back to what Mr. Maples taught you and utilize that in order to build your final project. Yes, ma'am?
Maybe way to find it is doing Control F and then putting in geography or something.
That's a great idea, yeah. Did you guys hear what Reagan said? If you want, Control F, and you can search the entire week by week of every Google assignment we've done to go find those PowerPoint slides. Great thought. Anything else? All right, so let's look at a former example real quick up here. All right, so right off the bat, does anybody see anything that may or may not be good about this? Yes.
Project is not capitalized, and also there's not a name period.
Correct, all right. So, I'm gonna have to grade 100 of these things. And so right off the bat, make your title look nice and presentable, and tell me who you are. Because after the 100th person, I may or may not remember who Paul is. I can never forget you, Paul. All right, so we're looking at our first slide again. The title's a little sloppy, all right? And we have 1,000 bullet points. One after another, after another, after another, after another. Now, if Mr. Maple was gonna teach you like this, would this be a fun way for y'all to learn?
Not really.
No. All right. Also, there are several key terms throughout these bullet points that are not capitalized properly. All right. These are small grammatical errors, but they add up over time. And you're gonna have a week to work on this, so you guys can kind of mix and match a little bit. You guys can add some photos. Make it as nice as you want. All right. So this one, he has more photos, right? And so we have, what is it, double-digit bullet points in consecutive formats, right? Can you count up for me, Kaden?
About 14.
About 14, right? I like that mathematical term right there. Now, we have Israel, great one. We have Saudi Arabia here, and then we have Russia, all right? Now, you might tell me if Russia is part of Southwest Asia.
No.
It is not, all right? So, that's where Google can kind of betray you a little bit. If you just Google world leader Southwest Asia, and the first photo that pops up, you go, nice, perfect, copy, paste. All right, can set you up for failure. All right, now this one. You guys think good slide, bad slide? Why or why not? Davis.
It's just like white and black.
Yeah, very plain, right?
It's
Just
just like
spelling.
the same thing over and over again, like you need to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little very generic, right? It's very repetitive. Paul?
No picture.
No picture, all right? Mr. Mayfield's a very visual learner, all right? There's a lot of beautiful areas in Southwest Asia. Find photos of it. Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't dive deep into the topic we're talking about.
Ooh, girls, I'm talking about that. That's A plus thought process, all right? So, now, we're talking about these beautiful photos. Let me see if I can get this light real quick. Hopefully it doesn't mess. Trip, we still good? You still see me? Do I still exist?
Well, yeah, the lights on the thing is a bit
Can you
bright.
contrast it?
Yeah, I think I could still see you,
So
but
much
the
shade
light
right now.
is
Put your
really,
hand
really
over
bright
to,
and
like,
blurry
focus
on the
it a little
camera.
bit. Did it
Yeah,
work?
I think I could see you, but you just really can't see the
Alright.
slide.
I guess we'll find out if Miss Mashburn really watched this whole video. She'll like, Mayfield, don't turn lights off next time. Alright, are we good, Trip? Can you see me?
Yes, I could
Board?
see. Well, in the dark, I could see you, but I couldn't see the
Board.
Yeah, the
Perfect.
board with all the
Right.
lights.
So, the reason why I turned the lights off and made that whole little 1 minute diatribe is I was gonna try to help you guys look at these photos, right? Very crisp, beautiful photos and applicable photos, right? You guys remember what river is the primary river in India?
Oh, it's.
The throwback.
It's.
Let's go, Evan.
Ganges, or however you pronounce that?
The Ganges,
Ganges.
yes, the Ganges River, right, it's very important to that area. And so, as you're talking about the geography of Southwest Asia or Southeast Asia or Africa, you know, you can drill down on these different points, like when I taught it to y'all, you know, did each little, physical feature have its own slide? Yes, alright, come on,
That's not bad.
it's okay, you're still, top 10 favorites, Caleb. Hey, you're definitely in the running for a list of some sort.
Definitely in
Alright.
top 20.
So, now we're talking about governments, alright? You guys are trying to catch on the whole idea that it's, you know, very repetitive, right? It's not a fun thing to read, yes, sir?
So far, he's done the exact same like topic. He's just
Yeah.
a geography government.
Yeah, alright, now, you can't pick the same 3 topics 3 times in a row. For Africa, I do want you to cover the history portion, alright? That helps me really drill down in that area, but it can get a little boring, right? Now, to make it easier for you, sure, a little bit, but, you know, you gotta diversify, you know, make it more fun. Environmental issues, okay, again, these photos look pretty good, but does it explain to you what's going on? Is there like little captions? You know, what is this? What's happening here? Right, I see a lot of pollution. Is that part of India? Is that Japan? I don't know, right? Look over here, we see some flooding. We're talking about monsoon season. Is that, you know, is that an environmental issue? Is that, you know, explain it to me. How does that impact the people, all right? Not saying it's wrong, I'm saying elaborate. Use those photos to help accent your PowerPoint or Google Slides. Now we're talking about the geography, okay? We see some rainforest, right? We see some desert, a little bit of Sahel, and if I'm being honest, it looks like snow on the ground right here, all right? Is there snow in Africa?
No.
There could be. Well, there is, come on. Yeah, see, there you go, you redeemed yourself. Alright, so, now we're talking about their governments, right, again, this is very generic, you know, you don't know if this is about Africa, if this is about Southwest Asia, like, it's all the same. Right, environmental issues, that's it. So, we had 10 total slides for 9 topics, for 3 regions. That's something we're doing this year. Last year, it was not a requirement, alright? So, if you were, as a class, gonna grade this, alright, raise your hand, anything would be an A. A B? Alright, we got some B hands, a C? Ooh, we got a lot of C hands. You might think you might have made an F? No? Oh, Caleb, you think this is not good. Alright, you actually got a mid-range B, alright? That's a little generous, right? You're a sweetheart. I would, 88, definitely.
82.
I would say probably closer to 82, Katie. Alright? Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Mr. Mayfield, alright? It's all fine and dandy, but how are you gonna grade this? Great question, hypothetical student, you didn't say that out loud. As you get down here to the bottom, after you get through 3 different topics, alright, here's your rubric of how I'm grading. Right, in big letters right here, what's it say? Anybody tell me why I don't want you to copy and paste? Bella,
Because you need to put it in your own words because it's your project, not someone else's.
it's even better words than I was gonna use. Jimmy Buckets, you got different words?
plagiarism.
Well, Yeah,
At some
legally,
places,
you don't wanna go to student jail. Right, is that what you're gonna say, Lydia?
No, I was gonna ask, what is the minimum amount of slides you need?
Great question. The minimum amount is the amount that it takes to cover the topic, alright? So, I've had kids turn in a project where it's like 10 slides. Right now, there's a kid in, sixth period who said he's gonna have like roughly like 90 slides. So, oh, is it this,
period.
Jamie, you gonna have a lot of slides?
I have 90,
You have 90?
and I'm not even.
Let's go for triple digits, 100 slides. Make Mr. Mayfield click through 100 slides.
100 slides, 100 points.
Alright, we'll play that game. Alright.
What if wait, technically he could just make one slide with each word of his project.
Theoretically, yes.
Did he get his
So it's just
notes?
like south, west.
No, mine has 4
I don't know about that
sentences.
one. Now,
Takes
if
too
you
long.
wanted to, class, you don't have to do just Google Slides. If you wanted to make a poster covering all these different topics, you could do that. Or if you want to put together some sort of like travel guide book kind of deal, whatever way you want to do this project, you can, alright? It's not just purely a Google Slide thing. Now, last year I only had one person do a poster, and every other student did a Google Slide project. So if that's what y'all want to utilize, you can, but if you want to do something different, just let me know, alright? Yes, ma'am.
The plagiarism thing, what if you are looking at your own work from like months ago or whatever for the subject?
Interessante. Alright, you may copy and paste yourself.
That's a Spanish word.
Alright, and here's your rubric of how it'll be graded, okay? Again, the one thing I want you to take away that it's highlighted is, when it comes to Africa, one of your topics has to be over the history of Africa, alright? So, at this time, are there any questions that you have for me about this project? Bella?
Right below, whatever that word is, religion in Southwest Asia, it says that that the three are Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey for government and economy. Does that mean you only have to do those two?
So you're talking about religion for Southwest Asia?
No, below it, it says like Israel, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that's for government.
Yeah, government and economy. Are those the only three you have to use?
Correct, yes. So with the Georgia standards, even though in class we covered more, those are the three that the Georgia standards wants you to really drill down on. So when you do your side, you only have to cover those. It's a great question. Davis?
Can you cover more if you want?
Yes, you can. If you want to do every single topic, as long as it's turned in on time, I'm okay with that.
I don't think I'll be done.
You don't have to, it's just if you wanted to.
I mean, I don't think I'll be done in time with doing any more.
Then don't do extra. Alright, any other questions? Alright, everybody look at the camera, give it a thumbs up as Trip presses stop.
And